My name is Anna Stevens, and I'm going to be talking about pollution. Did you know that plastic can take over 1,000 years to decompose? Paper takes 2 to 6 weeks, and glass takes over 1,000,000 years. No one thinks about this when they throw trash into our oceans. Over 100,000 marine life die from trash being thrown into the water. However, when trash is thrown into the water, we seem to think it's solving our problems, so who cares? We never think about how many animals are going to be killed by that one straw or the one bottle that we throw into the water. Our biggest issue is when we drop something on the beach and do not pick it up, thinking, oh, it will never reach the ocean and hurt an animal, even though it does. However, I plan to tell you how we can fix these problems. This problem will not solve itself, and it's something we need to take action on as soon as possible because there are hundreds of ways to solve it. We just have to do our part. We have to stop throwing trash into the oceans or anywhere that can make it into the oceans. This is killing hundreds of thousands of marine life every year, and it's hurting us because it's causing our animals to go extinct. The best ways to solve these problems are by reducing use of single-use plastic, recycle, get involved in beach cleanup, or spread the word, and support organizations, or just simply pick up your trash if you drop it. As people, we do not realize how important it is for us to keep our earth clean. We are not only endangering animals, but the whole environment with littering. If we would just make the small changes, we could be saving so many animals that we never knew were even hurting. According to the United Nations, at least 800 species worldwide are affected by marine debris, and as much as 80% of that litter is plastic. It is estimated that up to 13 million metric tons of plastic ends up in the ocean each year, the equivalent of a rubbish or garbage truck loads worth every minute. We are the reason that these animals keep getting hurt, and it needs to be stopped. If you ever drop a bag or a cup at the beach, do not just keep walking and think someone will pick it up for you. More than likely, the next person to walk over it will think the same thing. However, when this trash is not picked up, it makes its way into our ocean and kills marine life. Plastic is the main problem. Animals see these things as something to eat, and when eaten, the trash does not break down, leading the animals to health issues, then eventually death. The only way to fix this is to take our part and do what we need to. Plastic, being the biggest issue, causes the worst outcomes. Plastic rings that 6-pack bottles and cans come in, being one of the things I see most. I always see them in photos around a turtle or a bird stuck in one, and it's harming something every time. What is not realized is when an animal gets stuck in a ring or a band of some sort that is too tight, it will restrict the animal's growth. This being very dangerous for the younger marine life because they are unable to grow to their size. In the ocean, size is a factor for food. Large marine life eats smaller marine life, and if an animal is unable to grow to its full extent, then it may not live as long, considering the size factor. We seem to not think about what happens when we drop something and the long-term effects that it could cause. Sure, you solve your problem not having to worry about where the trash ends up or the fact that you don't have to walk over to that trash can 5 feet away. Short-term problems have long-term consequences. It is common for us to think that someone will surely see the wrapper that we drop, pick it up, and throw it away for us. However, that's not the case most of the time. Not only is it hurting the animals, but it's hurting us. Fish and seabirds, sea turtles, and marine mammals can become entangled in or digest plastic, causing suffocation, starvation, and drowning. Humans are not immune to this threat. While plastic are estimated to take up hundreds of years to fully decompose, some of them break down much quicker into tiny particles, which end up in the seafood that we eat. When a sea turtle eats plastic, it tends to not eat for several days because they end up thinking that they're full, and this affects young sea turtles because they're not as picky as the elder and are not sure on what to eat yet. Sometimes they wait up to 2 weeks and end up starving, and this is endangering the sea turtles and seabirds, and when they ingest the plastic and get confused and end up starving because they believe they're full. In conclusion, it is very important that we begin paying attention to the materials we use in our lives, where we place them when we are done with them, and how they should not be thrown on the ground or just left on the table. If it is paper, plastic, or glass, recycle it so it can be turned into something else and be used again. Every minute, 1 garbage truck of plastic is dumped into our oceans, and that is predicted to increase every year, meaning we will keep losing more and more species that are a part of the marine life. No country could afford to pay to clean up all of the trash. It would make an entire country go bankrupt. How ridiculous is that? We have so much trash in our ocean that an entire country cannot even pay to clean it up. If we do not start now, we will not have any marine life left in the future. They are going to go extinct one day, and it's not slowing down. We need to take action and save what we have left. The worst part is that this is only about the oceans. How rapid are we losing land animals to trash? Our animals are dying, so how are we going to stop it? Thank you.